the 13th child, Tara, in the Pine Barrens. Deep in the heart of New Jersey lies a million-acre wilderness known as the Pine Barrens. It is a place of twisted pygmy pines, tea-colored cedar swamps, and a silence so heavy it feels like it's watching you. Most people see New Jersey as a landscape of turnpikes and skylines, but once you step into the Barrens, the modern world vanishes. For nearly 300 years, something has haunted these woods. It isn't a bear, and it isn't a wolf. Witnesses describe a creature with the head of a horse, the wings of a bat, and the cloven hoofs of a demon. They call it the Jersey Devil. Tonight, on Mysteries from the Orb, we aren't just looking at the folklore. We are looking at the blood-stained week of 1909 when an entire state was paralyzed by fear, and we recount one specific, harrowing encounter that suggests this legend might have teeth. To understand the devil, we have to go back to 1735. The story begins with Mother Leeds, a woman living in the desolate area of Leeds Point. Life was hard, and according to legend, she was pregnant with her 13th child. In a moment of exhaustion and despair, she supposedly cursed the unborn infant, crying out, "Let this one be a devil." The transformation, the stormy night the child was born, the room was filled with local midwives. At first, it appeared to be a normal baby boy. But within minutes, the horror began. Before their eyes, the infant began to stretch and warp. The features, its face elongated into a horse-like muzzle. The wings, leathery, bat-like appendages sprouted from its shoulder blades. The exit, it developed claws and a forked tail, let out a piercing shriek that shattered the window panes, and flew up the chimney, disappearing into the swamps. For centuries after, the Leeds Devil became a scapegoat for missing livestock and strange noises in the night. But in January 1909, the legend stopped being a campfire story and became a public health crisis. The week of January 16 through the 23rd, 1909, is the most documented monster outbreak in American history. Over 1,000 people reported seeing the creature. Schools closed, factories shut down because workers were too afraid to leave their homes, and the Philadelphia Zoo offered a $10,000 reward for the creature's capture. The Haddon Heights Encounter. While the Pine Barrens were the creature's lair, on the night of Thursday, January 21, 1909, the Jersey Devil decided to take its reign of terror to the public transport lines of Haddon Heights. It was a bitter, snowy night. A trolley car, filled with passengers returning home from a late shift or social gatherings, was humming along the tracks. The trolley was a symbol of progress, brightly lit and powered by electricity, a safe haven against the dark New Jersey night. Or so they thought. As the trolley moved through a darker stretch of Haddon Heights, a shadow plummeted from the sky. Passengers reported a sudden, heavy thump on the roof that rocked the entire car. Then, a hideous face appeared, pressed against the glass of the windows. Witness Louis Boger, a passenger on that very car, later gave a vivid description to the press.
It resembled a kangaroo. It had a long neck, and from what glimpse I got of its head, its features were hideous. It had wings of a fairly good size. It looked to be about 6 feet high.
The creature didn't just sit there. It began to screech, a sound described as a death whistle or a blood-curdling scream that echoed inside the metal frame of the trolley. The driver, terrified that the beast might break through the glass or damage the electrical lines, slammed on the brakes. The screeching of the trolley's metal brakes seems to have been the only thing that frightened the monster. It pushed off the roof, its massive leathery wings buffeting the windows, and vanished into the darkness of the nearby woods. When the trolley finally reached its destination, the passengers were in a state of total hysteria. This single event changed the state's response to the sightings. Following the Haddon Heights attack, trolley companies in Trenton and New Brunswick began placing armed guards on every car to protect passengers. This was the tipping point. By the next morning, schools were officially closed, and mills in the area shut down because workers refused to leave their homes while a flying demon was attacking public transit. Witnesses claimed to find deep scratches on the roof of the car, and nearby, the same impossible hoof prints were found in the snow, leading away from the tracks and, inexplicably, straight up the side of a vertical brick wall. One of the strangest details from that night. Later on, the same creature was reportedly seen in the town of Clayton, where it actually walked into an open electric rail. Witnesses expected the beast to be fried instantly, but it simply shook its head, let out a hiss, and flew away, seemingly immune to the high-voltage current. Earlier that same night, a socialite named Mary Sobinsky in South Camden had a commotion in her backyard. She found the creature clutching her dog. She fought it off with a broom, a moment of incredible bravery, only for the beast to let out a death whistle and vanish over a back fence. When the police arrived, they found tracks in the snow that defied logic, cloven hoof prints that leaped over 8-foot fences and crossed rooftops, ending abruptly in the middle of open fields. Is it a demon? Or is there a more grounded explanation? The sandhill crane theory. Skeptics argue that a misplaced sandhill crane, which has a loud, rattling call and a large wingspan, could be mistaken for a monster in the dark. But does a bird have the strength to carry off a dog or the weight to dent a trolley roof? Political smear campaign. Some historians believe the Leeds Devil was a story invented by Benjamin Franklin to discredit a rival almanac publisher, Daniel Leeds. While this explains the origin of the name, it doesn't explain the 1909 mass sightings. The interdimensional traveler. Many paranormal researchers suggest the Pine Barrens act as a thin place where another reality bleeds into ours. This would explain why the creature is seen for decades, then vanishes for years at a time. Whether the Jersey Devil is a biological anomaly, a lingering curse, or a shared hallucination, one thing remains true: the Pine Barrens are vast, and they are deep. Even today, hikers report the feeling of being watched by something high in the canopy. Next time you find yourself driving through South Jersey on a dark, moonless night, keep your windows up. And if you hear a screech that sounds like a woman screaming, don't look back. This was Mysteries from the Orb. Don't forget to like, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to keep your eyes open to the mysteries others choose to ignore.